You're sitting on the nursery floor, gently rocking the cradle, and you feel a weight against your knee. You look down, and there's your dog. They aren't begging for a walk or nudging for a treat. They're staring intensely at the sleeping infant, their ears pitched forward, tracking every tiny breath and flutter of a newborn eyelid. At that moment, they aren't just the family pet. They've clocked in for a shift. If you've ever felt like your dog is more of a self-appointed nanny than a furry sibling, you aren't imagining things. While we often worry about how our dogs will adjust to a new baby, we frequently overlook a fascinating psychological shift. Some dogs don't just accept the baby, they adopt them. They skip sibling rivalry and go straight into full-blown parenting mode. But how can you tell if your dog sees your little one as their own pup? Today, we're diving into the 7 hidden signs that your dog actually thinks they're the baby's parent. We'll look at the ancient instincts driving this behavior and why your dog's nervous system is actually hardwired to protect your most vulnerable family member. By the end, you'll understand the deep, silent promises your dog has made to your child and what it means for the bond they'll share for a lifetime. 1. The Nursery Sentry Protocol. Does your dog suddenly have a new favorite sleeping spot? If they've abandoned their expensive orthopedic bed to lie directly across the nursery doorway or right under the crib, they are establishing a secure base. In the wild, the pack protector never sleeps where it's most comfortable. They sleep where they can best monitor threats. When your dog positions themselves as a physical barrier between the baby and the rest of the house, they are claiming responsibility for the baby's safety. It's not just proximity, it's a full system confirmation of stability. They are telling the world and their own nervous system that nothing gets to the pup without going through them first. 2. Synchronized sleep and wake cycles. Have you noticed your dog waking up the second the baby stirs, even before the monitor goes off? This isn't just good hearing, it's emotional mirroring. Parents are biologically tuned to the frequencies of their offspring. If your dog has transitioned from a heavy sleeper to someone who wakes with a full-body stretch the moment the baby whimpers, they have synchronized their internal rhythm to the baby's needs. They aren't just reacting to noise, they are practicing smart comfort, staying alert so you don't have to. Before we move on to the next sign, if you've seen your dog do this, hit that like button. It's our way of celebrating these amazing silent protectors in our community. 3. The sacrificial gift giving. Most dogs have a legal toy, the one they never share. But if you see your dog bringing that raggedy, slobbery plushie and dropping it near the baby's feet or the crib, they are performing a deeply symbolic gesture. In canine psychology, sharing a high-value resource with a pup is a way of providing and teaching. They aren't asking the baby to play fetch, they are offering comfort and connection without performance. It's their way of saying, this keeps me safe, so now it's yours. 4. Intense grooming and scent marking. If your dog is constantly trying to lick the baby's toes or hands, it can be a bit messy, but the science behind it is beautiful. Licking releases dopamine and endorphins in dogs, which helps them bond and regulate their emotions. More importantly, by cleaning the baby, they are marking them with their scent. To a dog, a shared scent is a signal of belonging to the same pack unit. They are effectively claiming the baby as part of their immediate biological responsibility. 5. Reading the baby's emotional room. A dog that sees themselves as a peer might get excited when the baby cries, thinking it's play noise, but a parental dog does the opposite. They adjust their physical contact based on the baby's mood. If the baby is fussy, the dog might quietly rest their head near them or sit with their back against the nursery chair to offer shared calm. They are practicing emotional intelligence, tuned into the baby's nervous system to provide a sense of profound safety. 6. Defensive perimeter during walks. Watch your dog's behavior when you're out with the stroller. Do they stay closer than usual? Do they place themselves between the stroller and approaching strangers? This guarding behavior is a classic sign of parental protection. They aren't just going for a walk, they are escorting a vulnerable member of their social structure. To them, the stroller isn't a piece of plastic, it's the mobile heart of their pack. 7. The check-in glance. This is the most subtle sign of all. Throughout the day, your dog might pop their head into the room where the baby is napping, look for a second, and then walk away. They aren't asking for attention or food. This is a parental check-in, a quick visual confirmation that their safe spot is still secure and the baby is okay. It's a low-key but deep connection that proves you aren't the only one parenting in this house. It's easy to think of our dogs as just pets, but when a baby enters the home, we see the true depth of their ancient, loyal souls. Your dog isn't just putting up with a new addition, they are stepping into a role that is thousands of years old, the role of the protector, the silent nanny, and the guardian of the next generation. When you see your dog watching over that crib, remember, they aren't looking for a reward. They found a connection that doesn't require a performance. To them, that tiny human isn't just a baby, they are the new anchor of the entire pack. So, I have to ask, what was the first moment you realized your dog had adopted your baby? Was it a specific look or a spot they refused to leave? Tell me your stories in the comments. I read every single one. Because in the end, we don't just give our dogs a home,
They give us a sense of safety that makes a house feel like a family. Kindly subscribe to more interesting stories like this.